Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our community chanting calls here on Tuesday, January 26th, 2021. My name is Sutrita. For those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome. It is always an honor and a pleasure to be of service and support as we dive deeper into our chanting and meditating on the Guru's grace. So Guru's grace is always there. We just need to know how to access it and crank it up so we experience it in our body, mind, and soul, and the transformation takes place in a miraculous way. So the sounds Om, I'm HREEM, SARVA, LOKAYA, ADITYAYA, SHIVA, SATGURU, BABAYA, SWAHA are sounds that will rock your chakras. They will take your karma that is no longer serving you and erase it, diffuse it, blow it up, however that is experienced by you. It's going to happen in a very mysterious way. And that's the blessing of the Guru, is to remove that sticky stuff. So gu is like sticky, unwanted, stubborn karma. And whether it's related to your financial situation, your relationships, your job, your career, your business, your spiritual path, your health, your kids, your family, set your intention right in this moment to say, well, I'm here. I'm going to commit to diving into this global community energy vortex that we're all going to create as we listen to Dr. Pillai take us through these sounds that will unlock secrets inside of us, and it'll feed our souls. We don't know what to feed our souls. We don't know how to quench the thirst of our souls. So the knowledge that we have is very limited. So Guru will make sure that we dispel that which we're ignoring. So he removes ignorance, he removes the darkness, he takes us out of the dark, he throws light on the path of our life so that we can see clearly where we need to go as far as all those issues that we're having. And then that's how God helps those who help themselves. So once we commit to this practice, then we will start to see and experience that shift going on inside of us. And then we may have an insight or a solution might come to the problem that we're facing once and for all. So once the Guru throws the light, then it seems like life is graceful, life is easy. Guru also represents Jupiter. It's the name for Jupiter in Sanskrit. So Guru and Jupiter means fortune, luck, and grace are always with us. We just have to remember. So how we remember is not through our thinking mind. It's through our subtle body. All those energies will come up and say, this is your time. You've suffered enough. You've struggled enough. Are you ready to let go of it? Because here's a way out. And then when we do that, miracles are in the making. So we have Dr. Pillai's birthday coming up. He's doing a virtual retreat. He's also on the 27th, which is tomorrow, here in Eastern Standard Time. He's going to be hosting himself. He is going to be hosting the Fire Lab for bringing in the light. So if you've never experienced a Fire Lab with Dr. Pillai, this is it. It's such a gift. And the price point is super, super, super doable. So please, please, please get initiated with Dr. Pillai. Even if you can't participate in his birthday services and the courses and everything else that's going on, this is a gift, and it is at a price point that you can afford. So, and if you can't, please, please, please don't feel like, oh my God, I'm being pushed into this. It's just that we don't even know what goodies are out there. And Dr. Pillai has decided to do this. He never does these monthly Fire Labs on the full moon, and he's going to be doing it. So when that happens, you just may experience a shift in all aspects of your life, opening up miracles in every moment. So that's what we're here to do. And collectively, thank you so much for joining, because without everybody's energy, we wouldn't experience the shift than we would on our own. So when we do our practices, our mind is all over the map. And maybe even in these group meditations, our mind is all over the place. So don't worry about it. Just let the mind do what it's going to do. It's a monkey. It's going to jump here, there, and everywhere. However, your soul is getting filled up with these sounds. So knowing that, set your intention. For those of you who are just joining now, please write down your prayer or write down your intention, or you can pop it onto the chat. You're welcome to say hello and where you're from. It's always lovely. I'm just looking at the chat now to see where people are from. And then you can also share your experiences after the meditation and chanting session, where you may have questions or you may see people's experiences that are similar to your own, or they inspire you. Wow, I want to feel that. So this is a community that is near and dear to Dr. Pillai's heart. And when we melt the heart of the divine, then miracles are super easy. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to be moving away from the screen. I'm going to be dimming the lights. We're going to get into a really cool ambience for us to dive deeper into these sounds and then feel them, unlocking the secrets inside of you, the secret of joy, of bliss, of happiness, of clarity, of peace, of abundance. We must experience it within before we can see it in our everyday life. All right, so here we go. I'm going to be just moving out of the way. So again, you're welcome to set your intention, write your prayer, think about what it is that you want the divine support at this point in your life, and then ask Dr. Pillai, leave it at his feet. Now, as you're settling in, you can be closing your eyes and putting your attention internally. You can be taking a few deep breaths in and out, right into the belly, and just imagine breathing in all this good energy and then releasing whatever is no longer serving you. So feel the energy, feel the grace, feel the blessings. Focus your attention on the base of your spine. We're going to activate the chakras, get into a divine mindset, get out of our mundane thinking of all our challenges. So imagine a reddish orangish light pouring down your legs, into your feet, into your toes, even into the ground. This reddish orangish light is the light of Ganesha. Everything that makes up the universe and everyone here on the earth plane, including ourselves, is made up of light and sound. So reddish orangish light and the sounds for Ganesha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now imagine a ray of light shooting up your backbone, piercing all the chakras on the way up, enlivening these psycho-spiritual energy centers. This ray of light pierces the top of your skull and goes into the space like a searchlight, a divine Wi-Fi connection. We'll enliven the chakras starting at the base of the spine. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Move up to the throat, clear the throat. Move up to the middle of the brain, the third eye. Float back down to the base of the spine and the legs. Connect with the earth element. Na, 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 na. Move up into the belly, the navel chakra. Fill the abdomen with water. Ma, 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 ma. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Also down the arms and hands and fingers, set them on fire. She, 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 she. Move up to the throat, the mouth, the nostrils. Connect with the air element or prana, the life force energy. Va, 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 va. Now move up to the two eyes, the right and left brain. Keep your eyeballs steady and still, and your focus is on the brain. Ya, 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 ya. Connect with the ether, the Akash. Now, imagine Dr. Pillai appearing before you in a form you're familiar or a vast light that shoots rays, divine rays, energy, darshan, spiritual transmission. It pierces the pores of your skin, all around your whole body. You're being embraced by the light. It's getting in to your body. It's cleansing your eyes. Receive the light in your eyes. Receive the light in your ears. The light pierces the eardrums, goes inside the head. Lights up the brain and the face lights up. The light shoots up the nostrils, cleanses the prana. The light enters the mouth, piercing the tip of the tongue, the middle of the tongue, the back of the tongue, and the throat. Light up the throat. Cleanse it from stubborn karma with the light. A beam of light pierces your forehead, activates the pituitary, continues on into the middle of the brain, activating the pineal, the third eye. The whole brain is lit up. The neurons are firing. And finally, a beam of light pierces the top of the skull and goes into the brain from above. The whole body lights up. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Once again, think of your intention, your prayer, leave it at the feet of the Master. Enjoy your practice, and we'll see you in a bit.
SARVA LOKAYA ADITYAYA SHIVA SATGURU BABAYA SWAHA SARVA LOKAYA ADITYAYA SHIVA SATGURU BABAYA SWAHA SARVA LOKAYA ADITYAYA SHIVA SATGURU BABAYA SWAHA OM Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Babaya SWAHA Om SARVA LOKAYA ADITYAYA Shiva SATGURU Babaya SWAHA 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 SARVA LOKAYA ADITYAYA Shiva SATGURU Babaya Swaha. 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 Sarva Lokaya Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Sarva Lokaya Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Babaya Swaha. Sarva Lokaya Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Babaya Swaha. Sarva Lokaya Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Babaya Swaha. सर्वलोकाय आदित्याय शिव सद्गुरु बाबाय स्वाहा ओम सर्वलोकाय आदित्याय शिव सद्गुरु बाबाय स्वाहा 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 Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Babaya SWAHA Om HREEM Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Babaya SWAHA 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 Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Babaya Swaha Om Sarva Lokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Babaya Swaha 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 Sarva Lokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Babaya Swaha. Om Mai Sarva Lokaya Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Babaya Swaha. Om Mai Sarva Lokaya Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Babaya Swaha. Om Mai Sarva Lokaya Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Babaya Swaha. Om Mai Sarva Lokaya Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Babaya Swaha. Om Mai Sarva Lokaya Adityaya Shiva SATGURU Babaya Swaha.
And just let go. Enjoy the bliss. Enjoy the release of anything that is no longer serving you. Enjoy the blessings. Enjoy the light. Observe what's going on inside of your body. Take notice of any kind of physical experiences, heat or cold or goosebumps or expansion of energy. Maybe you had an out-of-body experience and you're just coming back. Maybe you lifted off. You levitated in the space. Maybe you had clarity and peace of mind. Maybe you feel soothed, a soothing energy coming over you releasing any pain or confusion or any kind of emotions that are coming up. And then you can slowly, slowly open your eyes and be gazing forward for the Avatar Aarti. So whatever has come up for you, whatever you want to express to Dr. Pillai, his energy is very strong, as you experienced in this longer meditation and chanting session. So if you have a candle or a ghee lamp at home, you take it in your right hand, start it at the bottom of the clock, the 6 o'clock mark, and then you're going to go clockwise as we chant. Om HREEM SARVA LOKAYA ADITYAYA SHIVA SATGURU BABAYA SWAHA Om HREEM SARVA LOKAYA ADITYAYA SHIVA SATGURU BABAYA SWAHA Om HREEM SARVA LOKAYA ADITYAYA SHIVA SATGURU BABAYA SWAHA. Make your prayer of gratitude. Make your prayer request for help in solving your problem or helping you to manifest whatever it is that you haven't been able to do. Make a sincere, heartfelt prayer to Dr. Pillai for pouring all the grace, the blessings into you through the sounds of the practice today. Can thank each other for coming together and co-creating this space where we can do so much more for ourselves, our community, the world. And then if you can, make a final prayer where it's not so easy these days to go and be selfless, do selfless service because of COVID lockdown all around the world. So pray for those who need it the most. Food, clothing, shelter, medicine, education, clean water, people to love them. We all need love, so much more so than ever, globally. So make your prayers. Merge with the light. It's not just a ghee light. It is the light of Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul. Peace to the environment. Peace to the world. Relax and let go. Thanks so much for joining, everyone. Those of you who need to go, we will see you tomorrow at this special time slot, as well as the Fire Lab with Dr. Pillai, to get the grace and blessings of Jesus Ramalingam. It's a time of ascension. We're always wondering, how do we come out of our harms and hurdles and our suffering that has been our lifelong endeavor to try to find a way out, a permanent way out. So Dr. Pillai is going to be blessing everyone, giving us the initiation into that elevated state of consciousness as the vortex opens up for Christ consciousness to come in, and also Ramalingam, who turned his body into light. It was Dr. Pillai's previous lifetime as a saint who was able to do that for himself, and he's come back again to share it with those people who are really, really wanting to do that in this lifetime, and they're making all the efforts to go for it. So what is a light body? It means a body that has no pain and suffering, and all it does is miracles. So who wouldn't want that? It's our birthright. So this might be the time with the golden age here, and we have the blessings of the master. And when we participate in Fire Labs, they will bring us light and love and super consciousness, abundance. Full moons are really powerful times to get prosperity consciousness. And it's not through thinking, we get downloaded. It's like a matrix moment. You just plug into prosperity. And then you'll be thinking all these fabulous ideas, and you'll be like, oh my God, I'm thinking these thoughts. I always say, no, it's not possible. But now I'm thinking, yes, it is possible. It is possible to have all the beauty and the comforts and the joy and the happiness in my life, in my relationships, in my health, and my well-being, and all the material comforts. And we won't negate it. The energy inside of us, or the consciousness inside of us, will just drive that negativity away. So hope that you all enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up. Make sure that you register for this YouTube so that you can sign up for it or click on it, however that is that you join, so that you get the alerts. And for when we have special times where we can come together, you'll just always get that reminder, hey, join. So, and it can just be the right thing for people, as many have shared. I didn't want to come. I was feeling so upset. I had such an awful day. And then I came, and oh my God, it's so awesome. So that's what we want to do, is give you that medicine for your soul that will light you up and help you to come out of your challenges, even if it is just a reprieve from COVID. Everybody's so tired. They call it COVID fatigue. We're sick and tired of it. So this is something that, is available for people. It's free, and we wouldn't want you to miss out. So I'm just going to be checking at the chat. People are asking about this birthday Fire Lab that Dr. Pillai is going to do. And I'm just going to read you what he says here, that he's going to be hosting this live teaching and Fire Lab on this very special power time of Ramalingam's Ascension Day. So it's like when Christ ascended, or Mary ascended as well, Assumption They went, they elevated themselves to that heightened state where the body, their mind, their soul, their emotions, everything became so light. It became like angelic. And it was able to go into those altered states, into the heavens. So that's what Swami Ramalingam did. He just disappeared. And many of us have been to the place that he did disappear in India. And it was in the news, and the government was like, is this a hoax? What is going on? But many of us who have been there with Dr. Pillai, we have been there. We knew, crying our heads off, like, oh my God, I remember this lifetime. And it's something that you can't fake. It's like so pulling at your heartstrings. And so here we are again. We're on the path with Dr. Pillai, and he's making it so much easier for us because we are living in the world. This is the time for all of us to be bringing in the light, no matter where we are. So we don't necessarily have to be in a building, in an ashram, or studying in a cave with the master. This lifetime, it's about having access to technology that can bring us to the master. And here you experienced it. Hopefully you did. Had some great darshan or spiritual blessings coming through tonight's fire lab. It is like a fire lab, all the lights. So he says here, Jesus dematerialized his physical body by raising from the dead on the third day after the crucifixion. Ramalingam also dematerialized his body. Dr. Pillai will use this empowered time. So it's a vortex. We're tapping into eternity. We're just going to go into a timeless state of existence that happened during a period of time in our history. However, it's always there. So we can tap into that energy, and he's going to use, Dr. Pillai will use this full moon and the Pushya star, which is the best star for enlightenment and nurturing and prosperity, and also to uplift you, to help you to come out of your negativity and get into a state of utter positivity. And as we all know here at Pillai Center and Astrovet, is that utter positivity is faith. So we lose our faith so easy. It's so shaky, and especially during these uncertain times. So we need something to bring us back to that positivity, bring us back to that heightened state of being. And we're excited about life again, even as we're going through COVID lockdown or whatever this version of it is now. Here in Toronto, Canada, we're totally locked down and we're snowed in. There was a big snowstorm. So even though people were out and about walking their dogs and walking in the neighborhood and getting fresh air in the blowing, blistering snow. So we have to, just like that, we have to really bring ourselves back to our spiritual practice. That is what is going to keep us energized, keep us feeling youthful and also useful in life. We will have energy. We'll want to do stuff. We won't be discouraged. And so life goes on, even in COVID or whatever else is going on in the world, wherever you are. So this full moon, Pushya star, it imparts wisdom. So wisdom isn't something that you think about or that you read about or study in theory. It is something that you have to be present to, and then you immerse yourself in it, you soak it up, and then you have it. So, and then that is the food for the soul. So according to the Vedic scriptures, this full moon is very powerful. It's a powerful time and amplifies the results of your spiritual efforts. So those people who have been saying, I've been chanting, I've been meditating, I'm doing remedies, I'm doing readings, I'm like doing everything I can. And the karma is so stubborn. It just wants to hold me back. So this full moon is going to be like some energy that comes in that will help you to shake free of the shackles of the karma. So this is especially good for manifesting spiritual and material benefits. So during this time, you'll have the opportunity to witness the most powerful spiritual technology developed, the Fire Lab. And it's performed under the auspicious timing, divine timing, and Dr. Pillai's blessings. So you can read about it. The link has been posted to the chat here. And then also, if you can participate in Dr. Pillai's birthday, his 3-day virtual retreat is going to be online for those people who are new to these teachings and these free fire labs. I keep saying fire labs. We're getting fired up. So these free chanting calls, if you can participate in Dr. Pillai's birthday, your life will be forever changed. And there's so many of us across the globe over the years, the decades, studying with Dr. Pillai and enjoying his birthday blessings every year. It's like we keep saying, how can it be better than last time? Oh my God, it is. And it's like the cherry on top of the whipped cream, and they got the special sprinkles. And then the next time he does it, it's like you have the extra syrup. So it's the yummiest. And what I mean by that is that it's such a delight. It's such an amazing adventure. And it's like a pinch me, is this really happening? And not only during his birthday celebrations, during those 3 days, you will experience your life unfolding in unbelievable ways that you couldn't even fathom. You couldn't even describe yourself or imagine yourself. Hey, this is my goal that I want to do. I imagine myself achieving this goal. That will be like, I don't know, child's play. So the miracles that are available with the master during his birthday time or her birthday time are that which will transform every aspect of your life. People will come into alignment with your energy. There will be peace. There will be joy where there wasn't. Relationships can get healed. You yourself can be healed from the negative congested energies around COVID. And as my sister was sharing, is so tiring, as they even have coined the term COVID fatigue. I'm so tired of hearing about it or talking about it. And it's manifesting all around, and that's bleak, because you can't see a way out of it. You can't see the silver lining in the dark cloud, so to speak. So that's what being on this path with Dr. Pillai, he knows we all go through harms and hurdles, and that's the karma of the world. We have to go through it, and then we have our own challenging individual karma. So how to navigate it is when we get filled up with gifts that we receive during the Guru's birthday. And it's interesting because in the West, when we celebrate our birthdays, we have people giving us gifts, but it's the other way around. So we go to get the gifts of the Guru, and he will just bless us way beyond what we can imagine. So if that resonates with you, and then please do join. And if you can't, we're going to continue on doing the chanting. We're going to, help everyone to continue to fill themselves up with the energies of the Guru's grace. And when we connect with his teachings, no matter if you're joining the paid services or the free services, or maybe you are working or you have other responsibilities during that time, and you say, oh my God, I'm forgetting. Just keep doing a chant, chanting the Avatar Aarti, offer the light, a candle when you can. You don't have to go into a full-on meditation. Just pick it up and offer it to a picture on your smartphone. Pull up a picture of Dr. Pillai, or pull up Pillai Center. There's lots of pictures of him there, or YouTube, and then just show the light. And you can be playing the Avatar Aarti, or if you know it by now, you can be chanting it. And you just do it a couple of times, and you will feel his energy. God only knows what we all can do. So don't stress out about it. But also, if you can, come to the party. Oh my goodness, it'll be awesome to see you there. So I'm just going to take a look at the chat. Sparky Moto is saying things are starting to happen. Thank you. Great. That's great. People are like to just scroll up on the chat. I think Radha has been responding to everyone on the chat. So thank you, Radha. She's the Pillai Center Practice Yellow Banner. So the link for the January 27th Ramalingam Jesus Thai Pusam. So Pusam is Pushya star and Thai is the month. So it's the full moon in Pusam is Pushya, meaning it's going to push you up. It's going to push that intelligence up inside of you. So not only will your kundalini be rocking your chakras, you're going to go beyond. You're going to be so expansive in your understanding of who you are, your experience of who you are. You may not understand it intellectually, definitely not. But you will experience it in the state of this lightness of being able to tap into the energy of Jesus, the blessings. He was here to heal us. He was here to take on the bad karma of the whole world. Like, who can do that? Only a pure soul. So if we can tap into his energy and just take on our karma, whoa, that's pretty minimal compared to what he can do. So get filled up from the blessings of Jesus, Ramalingam, ascension, and it has to come through the master. So Dr. Pillai is so happy to be doing it. He wasn't going to do it, but now he is. So that means that there are many, many people who are ready to receive it. So you may be one, or you may be many. So come. All right. So Lulu is saying, Baba's light was so bright and powerful, came to my head. Fabulous. Carol is saying here, in the end of the ceremony, the middle wick in the flame was in the form of a man meditating, and then he turned his head towards you when you chanted Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Wow. Very cool. I didn't know because I was walking around the computer and going to turn the lights back on as I was chanting, so I didn't see it. Cool. There are people saying here, Katina saying there was 2 times I had to just close my eyes. Carol's saying just so beautiful. Thank you so much for the longer meditation and the gorgeous setup. The 3 powerful flames warmed me in the biggest storm of the season here in the Bay Area. Yeah, I heard, you guys. So that's what happens, is even Mother Nature can be really kind of scary. We don't know how it's going to be. And I heard in San Francisco, the Bay Area, that people were out of power and out of internet and so on. So hopefully that is that people are staying safe and that we can do something to focus our attention. And whenever we do these kinds of spiritual practices, the divine is so happy. So whoever is in that area, including yourself, Carol, then you're going to be sending a lot of protection energy through your practice, not because you're doing it, but it's going to be moving through you. So God bless everybody there to be peaceful and calm, even in the storm. So Sue is saying, wow, saw so many faces, then fell asleep for a minute. Wow, cool. Evelyn is saying, talking about registering. Jane is saying here, thank you, Sutrita, feeling cold chills all over the body, goosebumps, very strong energy. Thank you, Babaji. That's what it is. We don't want to just come here and chant and hope that, hey, something happened. We want to feel it. We want to know it. We want to understand that when this energy came into us, whether it was heat, whether it was tingling, whether it was pressure, whether it was a lightness of being, whether it was total agitation, it's just like we're taking the pressure off. So we have a pressure cooker life and we need to blow it off. So it's not so pleasant in that experience of blowing it off the top, but you need to release it. So sometimes people think I had the world's worst meditation or chanting, but then you came here and it made you to really see what you're holding on to. And that is so unhealthy on so many levels. So be thankful that you were called to come and that you could release all that stuff that is no longer serving you. And then as you go along, from hereafter, you can just notice, wow, I'm different. I've changed. I would have been really agitated, or would have been so super sensitive and triggered so easily, and I'm not now. So those are the kinds of things that we want to look for in our lives after these sessions when we come together. Katina is saying here, I feel exhausted. And sometimes the energy is so strong, it's like we've run a marathon or a 100-yard dash at full speed. And we're like, we didn't go anywhere. But what happened to us is our energy sped up. So we're going beyond the speed of light. We need to get into different dimensions so that we can experience that kind of energy, that kind of intelligence. And the faster when we have that sense of speed, then we can think faster. We can find a way out of our situation because we are resonating. We're having the experience of resonating at that speed. So if you feel exhausted, or you feel agitated, or you feel out of sorts, or you feel super high and you're not grounded, and don't go drive a car right now, make sure that you do your self-care. So self-care can be that you just relax a little bit, maybe have a little bit of food to, make you to feel a little bit grounded, drink lots of water. So even though you think, oh, this wasn't anything that would cause a sweat, but internally you've just stoked the fires of millions of suns. So that's intense. So you need to, put get the fluids into not coffee or tea, but water, pure water, drinking water. And then it will help to also release the toxins that have come up. So toxins are not just physical, they're emotional toxins. So the water will help to cleanse. And then you can also take a bath, or if you have a sauna. I know someone who's near and dear to all of us here. I won't say who it is. She has a sauna, and I was like, oh my God, how I love a sauna. I want to manifest a sauna in my house. And she's just saying it's so super awesome. It's totally detoxing. So it helps on many, many levels. Whatever we're doing for ourselves, our body, this physical body, we've got to take care of it so that we can continue to do our spiritual practices and have the energy to do it. So thanks, Katina, for reminding us to make sure that everyone knows, hey, take care of yourself, maybe unplug from technology, unplug from negativity, because look at, you see now that I just can't take it. I'm totally exhausted. So I need to take care of myself. No one else is going to. So, Sparky Moto is saying, I feel detoxed. There you go. Just don't retox now after this. Make sure that you keep detoxing. Angela is saying here, so beautiful. Tears stream down my face as gently as possible. It was so peaceful. My midbrain area is slightly pulsating. That is your pineal gland breathing, as Dr. Pillai says. He says it's pineal breathing. So your third eye is pulsing. It's doing the breathing of the energy, the prana, the life force, the vitality, that which animates your soul is through that pulsing in the midbrain. So fabulous. That's great. Evelyn is saying, talking about the link. Okay, good. Seuss is saying, I see many faces, a goddess Ganesha in the yantra, Karpasamy Hanuman, Babaji's face in the flames. Wow, that's a great experience, Sue. Sparky Moto is saying, my third eye, seeing lots of images last night after eating psilocybin. Oh, okay. Magic mushrooms. Cool. Amelia is saying, thank you so much to Dr. Pillai for conducting the Ramalingam Fire Lab for us. Yes. Oh, and people who are having difficulties, technical glitches, please send me your email, and also send it to office@PillaiCenter.com. Copy Sucharita@PillaiCenter.com, and then I will escalate it So I'll put urgent on it, and then it will get, you'll get help right away. Sometimes it happens to some people, so we don't know why, it just does, and we want you to make sure that you get the link to join the Fire Lab on time. Katina's saying here, I do believe Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings are getting stronger, the strongest one yet. Great. Suzanne is saying, abundance of wealth, financial sustenance, perfect health and love, the right job, financial opportunities, renters, investments, and people to help. Awesome, Suzanne. And that's what we want to do. We want to be as specific as possible and ask the divine to even do more for us, because the divine is unlimited. And so if we don't ever set our intentions and we kind of go, oh, what's the point? Then we're just getting in our own way. We're creating our own obstacles, our own blocks. So go for it. Your imagination is what is going to make it manifest. Look what we used to do when we were kids. We'd look up at the clouds in the sky and see rabbits or, birds flying, or our favorite toy, and we'd just dream about it. Or we'd dream about, going to university one day, or getting married and having kids, or having a fabulous car. When we were kids, we dreamed about that stuff. And then it happened. So we forget that we have the power, and the grace and the blessings are always there. We've just got to keep focusing on it, and then do our spiritual practices, and that will speed it up. So the links have been posted again and again. Thank you so much, Radha, for doing that, making sure that everyone has the link to the Fire Lab tomorrow with Dr. Pillai. It's going to be late in the evening. I think it's 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. But you won't be able to sleep after that. So get ready. You're going to go on a rocket ship ride. But you won't feel tired the next day either. So it's like this energy will just be there, and it'll be like, whoa, how am I doing everything? How I should be exhausted. And some people do get exhausted, and they'll sleep for the first time in a long time, a deep, deep yogic sleep that heals the body, heals the mind, heals the soul. So you can have all kinds of experiences, but you will come out of it afterwards knowing that something shifted inside of you, and it is something that is very, very powerful. It's no kidding, and no one can negate it, because it is your experience. And then you will be moving towards grace and ease and lightness of being. So that's it as far as Sue is saying here, I also saw SHREEM Brazil for the Fire Lab. That should be the correct link for the correct Fire Lab with Dr. Pillai. Well, Dr. Pillai always brings in SHREEM Brazil. Because SHREEM Brazil are those two sounds will give you direction. They will help you to not waste your time and energy on stuff that you always have wasted your time and energy on. And the sounds will protect you from going after that. It will give you the courage and the strength also to say no to that. And not in a way that you're being rebellious or rejecting. It's like, this just not working for me. And you'll do it in a way that you will know, hey, the goddess is going to open up other doors for me that are more fulfilling, more rewarding. So the SHREEM and Brazil gives you the direction, the strength that helps you to attain goals that you didn't even know you had, that are way more life affirming and keeping your energy up. So Suzanne is saying here, I've been getting ripped to shreds today, but I'm happy, laughing, crying, and letting go. Thrilled to expedite the process. Yesterday stimulated tons of doubt. I'm certain unlimitedness is here. So when we have that kind of experience, Suzanne, or anyone else, it's a great sign, because it's so in our face that all we can do is pause and allow ourselves to go into miracle consciousness. And how we get there is through these sounds, our practices. And in that next moment, you'll be like, wow, what was I so spazzing out about? Or why couldn't I let go? And it might come again, because it's relentless, right? That karma is relentless, but you just got to keep at it. So Dr. Pillai always shares that you have to be kind of like a warrior or like an athlete. You just are going for the gold, and not just any gold. You're going for the Olympic gold or whatever that gold medal moment is. So all you see is the gold, and you just keep going for it. And it doesn't matter if your legs are broken or your relationship is gone or you don't have money. You just get up and you keep going, because it's worth it. It's so worth it to get the light body, to have that intelligence that is our birthright, and to know it. So our job or purpose in this lifetime isn't to wake up anyone else other than ourselves. And now that we're awake, we just keep going. So we'll find that perhaps people who aren't ready to wake up, we won't waste our time and energy anymore. Can pray for them, but we won't want to try to make them to do anything that they don't want to do. And that is intelligence. So, and then all of a sudden you'll be just, standing on the podium having your gold medal on. And then the people will say, how did you get there? I'm inspired. So it's kind of like, it seems to be that as we get on this spiritual path, we're thinking, oh, how can I help other people? Because that's what we've done all along. How can I get them to do what I'm doing? Nobody's going to do what you're doing. Just know that. Even if you are on this path with Dr. Pillai, we all know magical moments, because we all have different karmas. So we're all here to support one another. And we're never here to compare ourselves ever, never to anyone, not even to ourselves, because in an instant, if that's what miracles are all about, we can shift into another reality, and all that can be wiped out in an instant. So just like when someone says, oh my God, the last number came for the lottery ticket and I won. Yay. So your life can change in so quickly, your whole life. And that's what miracles are. They're making you to realize it, to make it real for you. So even if stuff is coming up and you're kicking and screaming and fighting it, and it's like, you got to knock it out. So, or you can just, like some people do, you can go off and go to the spa, or you can go for a walk in nature, or you can do other activities that will help you to just let it go. And then imagine, what would it be like to walk in the footsteps of Jesus or Ramalingam? Well, you are, because you're walking in the footsteps of Dr. Pillai, meaning you're taking in his teachings into your body, into your mind, into your soul. And anything that is fighting it is going to be giving you a kickback when it leaves, because it's been there with you for a long time. So you just want to say, okay, out you go finally. And it won't be happy to leave, but once it does, then you will be free. And that's the whole name of the game of life, is to be free. Most of us are feeling like we have lost our freedom. We can't move freely without a mask, without, rules and regulations and people looking at us. And here in Toronto, people are getting fined if they break the rules of how many people are in a house and so on. And it's crazy fines, like thousands of dollars. So, and people are out of jobs, and it's quite taxing on people, because we have lost our freedom, and it's all around the world. We can't travel. We can't do the things that we used to be able to do so readily and easily. So that can be a bit annoying. So the world is what the world is, but miracle consciousness can make us to find ways out. So I keep getting my alarm going off here. So maybe we should wrap it up. As Sue is saying, my intention is to be happy, healthy, wealthy, and free. Hey, I love it. All right. So please do what you can. Read about Dr. Pillai's birthday. Even if you think, I can't go and do this, read about it. That knowledge is power, and it's going to empower you. We'll see you tomorrow night. I'll be here with you again. And we'll see what happens with Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings coming through. Thank you so much, Radha, for helping out on the chat, and anyone else from Pillai Center who is supporting us, Arjun in India. Technically, he's there, and he's smiling and loving all of this. So thanks, everyone, for joining. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Namaste.